Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, I wasn't actually going to make this video, but like an irritating itch, I felt compelled to deal with it. So, here we go. Let's break it down point by point, and see what stood out and why this show has become one of the worst things that Disney has made when it comes to Star Wars. So, starting off with the first point, forced representation.
This puzzle. Is he or they with us?
One of the most jarring moments in The Acolyte is the use of pronouns in a scene that feels blatantly forced. This particular instance involves characters introducing themselves with specific pronouns in a way that disrupts the natural flow of conversation. The dialogue appears contrived, inserted solely to appease certain demographics rather than seamlessly fitting into the storyline. This attempt at inclusivity, though well intentioned, comes across as pandering, disrupting the flow of narrative, and pulling viewers out of the immersive Star Wars universe. In a universe as rich and as expansive as Star Wars, where diverse species and cultures coexist, representation should feel organic and integrated into the fabric of the story. However, in The Acolyte, the inclusion of pronouns feels shoehorned, as the writers prioritise ticking a box over maintaining the authenticity of the characters and their interactions. This not only undermines the storytelling, but also diminishes the impact of genuine representation. So guys, the next major issue I want to talk about is inconsistent character development.
My loyalty's to Ocean, not your master.
What are you doing?
What I'm going to do is surrender myself to Kelnaka, and then turn myself into the Jedi.
No.
A major issue in The Acolyte Episode 4 is the inconsistent character development, particularly with May. May's transition from a formidable villain to surrendering herself to the Jedi is presented without any substantial development or story arc to justify this dramatic shift. This abrupt transformation lacks the necessary build-up, leaving audiences confused and dissatisfied. Initially, May is portrayed as a powerful and cunning antagonist, deeply entrenched in her dark ways. Her skills, motivation, and actions are well established, painting her as a significant threat to the Jedi. However, her sudden decision to surrender feels forced and unexplained, as there is no evident change in her thinking or experiences that would logically lead to such a drastic reversal. The lack of a coherent journey for May undermines her credibility as a character. In well-crafted stories, character development is a gradual process, marked by events and interactions that lead to believable changes in behaviour and outlook. May's transformation, however, occurs seemingly out of nowhere, making it difficult for viewers to understand or empathise with her new direction. The show fails to provide necessary context or emotional groundwork to make her surrender feel authentic. Moving on to the next point, poor production quality. One of the most glaring examples is the forest scene that looks noticeably artificial and cheaply produced. It becomes evident to viewers that the scenes in episode 4 were filmed on a soundstage rather than on location with a high quality CGI that seamlessly integrates into the Star Wars universe. The backdrop of the forest lacks the immersive quality and depth expected from the franchise, known for its visual stunning landscapes and intricate world building. In Star Wars, environments are not just settings, but integral parts of the storytelling, invoking a sense of wonder and authenticity. The forest scene in The Acolyte Episode 4 fails to achieve this. Instead of transporting viewers to a lush and vibrant galactic landscape, it reminds them of the limitations and compromises in the show's production process. The artificial-looking nature undermines the show's credibility and fails to immerse viewers in its fictional universe. Up next, we're going to be talking about the Wookie Jedi disappointment. The introduction and subsequent handling of the Wookie Jedi in The Acolyte left fans disappointed and disenchanted with the series. Initially teased as a significant addition to the Jedi lore, the Wookiee's Jedi arrival generated excitement among viewers eager to see greater diversity and representation within the Star Wars universe. However, this anticipation quickly turned to dismay when the character's fate was revealed, an off-screen death. This decision not only robbed fans of the opportunity to witness the Wookie Jedi's potential in action, but also undermined the significance of their presence within the storyline itself. The off-screen demise lacked the emotional impact and narrative depth that fans had expected, leaving them feeling cheated out of a compelling character arc. It highlighted the lack of foresight, reducing what could have been a groundbreaking character arc to a mere footnote within the series. In this case, the lack of on-screen resolution for the Wookie Jedi undermined their narrative significance and left fans questioning the decision-making behind their introduction and the swift departure. Up next, let's talk about the insulting runtime. So the 27-minute format feels particularly inadequate when viewers must wait an entire week between episodes, heightening expectations for a substantial payoff in terms of the narrative. Regrettably, the Acolyte fails to deliver on these expectations, offering episodes that feel rushed and superficial in their execution. Moreover, the lack of substantial plot development compounds the frustration. Episodes unfold without significant advancements in the overarching narrative, leaving viewers with a sense of stagnation and unfulfilled anticipation. Themes that could have been explored in depth are only touched upon briefly, robbing the storyline of its potential depth and complexity. The introduction of a Sith character, a pivotal moment in any Star Wars narrative, should have evoked tension, intrigue, and anticipation for what lies ahead. However, in Episode 4, this crucial scene is marred by an abrupt cut to black. The sudden cessation of action and dialogue gives the impression that the episode concluded prematurely, as if Disney ran out of time or ideas to properly resolve the scene. For viewers invested in the storyline, the abrupt ending disrupts the pacing and leaves key questions unanswered. It denies them closure and resolution needed to fully appreciate the significance of the Sith character's arrival and its implications for future episodes. Instead of building momentum and excitement, the sudden cut undermines the narrative climactic impact, leaving viewers with a sense of dissatisfaction and confusion. With that down, it brings us to our final talking point of this video, which is the Inexplicable Sith Strategy. So in The Acolyte Episode 4, it introduces a puzzling moment when the Sith character launches a brazen attack on a group of Jedi in an open setting.
Identify yourself.
Without employing any discernible strategy. The decision not only defies the cunning and tactical brilliance typically associated with Sith characters, but it also undermines the tension and stakes of that encounter. The absence of a strategic plan detracts from the narrative's coherence and believability. The lack of a well thought out strategy makes this Sith character's actions seem impulsive and poorly conceived, raising questions about the competence and effectiveness as a villain. With that final talking point down, let's move on to the conclusion of The Acolyte Episode 4. My personal rating for this episode is going to be a 3 out of 10, reflecting its disappointing execution across multiple critical aspects of storytelling and production. The series suffers from numerous flaws that significantly detract from its overall appeal and impact. From forced inclusivity and inconsistent character development to poor production quality and unsatisfying narrative decisions, The Acolyte struggles to engage viewers and uphold the high standards we've all come to expect from the Star Wars franchise. So guys, with that down, have you seen Episode 4 of The Acolyte and what did you think of it? Drop your thoughts, comments and opinions on the episode down below in the comment section. Smash that like and subscribe for more videos, and until next time, I will see you then.